Let's have a look at what changed in Avizo 21.2 and that is impacting XPand Development Wizard. Indeed, there are not so many changes, and just one line, one option disappeared from the task to be performed. As in previous version, the first things to do is to set up a local Avizo directory. So we select the Set Local Avizo Directory option. We click on Next. We browse for a convenient place on our file systems. For instance, Workspace Test CMake. I select the folder and I select also the option Copy C++ example packages. You can see that the content of the directory I selected is empty, and that by clicking OK, I am informed that some files have been created in the empty directory, and afterwards I am informed also that the local Avizo directory will be effective after restarting the application. I select OK again.
So let's have a look at what happened on the file system inside the Amira-Avizo local directory. Some folders have been created, and in particular, inside the src1, there is a structure in that there is a top CMakeLists.txt file, and there are two subdirectories, which in turn contains again some example source files and CMakeLists.txt files. Inside the first CMake.txt file, we can find references to the subdirectories I just mentioned, plus other boilerplate that is needed in order to find the needed packages and to set variables for the compilers. And inside the innermost CMakeLists.txt files, we have the information that are needed in order to build the package, or that is indeed the shared library. So we can find the link libraries that are used to build my package in this directive, and afterwards we find the directive, the macro or function in CMake that is used to find all source files and header files that are needed to build the solution.
So to continue our example, now we have restarted the application and we go again for the development wizard in order to add a component inside a new package. So first of all, we selected the option Add Package to Local Avizo Directory. We select a new package name, for instance, test package. And we accept the warning that the new package has been created. And afterwards we add a component that is a module, for instance. In order to do this, we select the last item in task to be performed group, add component. We click on next. For the sake of this example, we are going to create an ordinary module, so we let this one selected and we choose the test package as the library in which the new module will be. We select next and then we choose the name of the class that is implementing the module. For instance, test module. We can use the same name as to be shown in the pop-up menu. You have to select the package where the input class is defined, in this case HX field, and then press OK. The changes are committed to the file structures. So let's explore what changed on the file system. A new test package subdirectory has been added by the wizard, and inside this subdirectory there are the source files that have been created again by means of the wizard, and there is a new CMakeLists.txt file whose content is rather similar to the ones that were before explored in the example packages. The main sections are, first of all, the definition of the new test package library and the content in terms of source files that must be used, that must be compiled to produce this library. The source files are gathered by means of this directive that is using all this kind of files present in the current source directory. And the other main directive is the one that is listing all the libraries that are needed in order to link the test package. Once the source files and the CMakeLists.txt meta file have been created, the user must run the CMake tool in order to generate target-specific build system files. On my PC, that is a Windows 10 one, Visual Studio 2013 have been already installed. I have to run the CMake GUI, select where CMakeLists files are, that in my case are inside the test CMake source directory. I select the folder and then I choose where I want the build system to be generated. I have to do first of all a configure step. CMake GUI is warning me that a new directory will be created. I selected the generator for my project, that is Visual Studio 2013. I can set optional values for the generator. In my case, I want to generate a 64-bit executable, so I use this option. And I want to use the default native compilers for my platform. I click on Finish, and a configuration pass will be executed. At the end of this step, of this configuration step, CMake GUI warns me that the configuration is completed, and I can go for generate. Generate will create really the build system files on my machine. At this point, as generation was successful, I can open the project by clicking directly on this button. And here it is my solution, my Visual Studio solution. It is indeed a 2013 solution loaded by a Visual Studio 2019.